Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world of darkness, and welcome once again to Rage Across New York, the Uktena Pure Tribe venue only. Today's scenes sees Kotori, who is near the shrine of Uktena, near his tree, meditating on the coming battle that is going to happen near the tree, but also he is thinking about revelations that he he came upon a few nights before, and might think that it may or may not be time to restart his work on getting the memories of the Pharaoh nation. And I guess this is the point where a certain other Uktena, who was kindly asked by Screaming Eagle to come and see his descendant.
And you do not piss off an insane ancestor.
Especially when he's trapped in the abyss.
Yeah. Something to quick note.
It is.
What my character? Oh, sorry.
Yes. No.
First off, he is actually he's wearing clothes.
Mhm.
It's a pair of jeans and white. There's a plain white T-shirt with a uh, jogging jacket because it's starting to get cool in that. So he's making sure he's at least somewhat warm in helmet form. He's also carrying 5 guys' breasts on him.
Hmm.
He's not like anticipating you're going to attack him. Like they're not in like quick grab mode. But it's one of those things is that he's kind of using it as a way of showing I can do things.
Mm. Kotori, when he hears you coming, he turns into your direction and he sees those guys' breath. I'm hearing a slight echo coming from you.
Uh, I'm trying to figure out. I really don't have anything to change. Give me a moment here.
Yeah, no problem. If not, the simplest thing is you put yourself on mute and you unmute when you need to speak. It works also if I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I adjusted your volume control.
Cool. He sees you coming and he wiggles his tail and I hear myself again. It's okay. So yeah, when he sees you coming, he wiggles his tail and he actually gets back into a tree, a big tree near the shrine. It's a fairly big tree, and you can see that there are claw marks and red paint signs on the tree, as much as small figures who are uh, attached to the branches, such as small dolls, dream catchers, and uh, other things. And actually, not that far from the tree and the shrine, you see that there is a totem. But I don't think that Michael would have very much difficulty to recognize. It is a classic representation of the bear in native culture. And after a few seconds, Kotori comes back with some with a little something. It's a bag. It's just a little bag, and he puts it down your feet, still wiggling his tail.
What is the bag in it, or he picks it up? Obviously,
Mm.
like a
Uh,
medicine bag, or
you can see it's just a small bag made out of leaves, and it's very natural made. Not he's not a human factory. And inside you can see that there is I don't know, what would be What would be? It's dried meat.
Any specific spices that he can smell or anything like that? I'm.
Uh,
Is this actually just food, or is
it's
this
food.
actually something?
No, no, it's food.
Okay, that's more what I was wanting to get clarified.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, he obviously, being of lower rank, is very gracious about it. And he's like, "Thank you, I appreciate that."
Mm.
Uh,
Uh, I wanted to apologize for yesterday. Red Robin told me what we did. Sorry if we frightened you.
it's fine. I understand. We had a couple of them in my old sept that couldn't hold the ancestors at bay completely.
Mm.
Uh, I I am sorry I triggered it.
You are not really the one who triggered it. Screaming Eagle was triggered indeed by the word that you said, but he was triggered more by the actions that you were talking about. He was not angry at you, just angry at those who did you and your sept those things.
Right. I understand.
So, I see now that you are closed.
Olaf made sure of that.
Mm. Olaf is a good get of Fenris for well, what this tribe can do. But uh, did you met other people in the sept? Is everything okay?
Everything seems to be fine. No one is actively trying to kill me.
Hmm. I guess that's an improvement.
Met another book.
Mm.
Emmett. Emmett seemed nice enough.
Mm.
There's a what's her name?
Ren.
Yeah, Ren.
Mm. They are my pack mates.
Ah, how many packs are in this set?
There is mine, the Hunters of the Lost, under the gaze of Father Uktena. There is the Striders of Ice and Concrete. They follow reindeer. There used to be there used to be the Memento Mori, but they disbanded recently. And there is mm, there is Sam's pack that he is forming right now. And he looks at you and say, "What do you think of the Shadow Lord Fierge?"
He's something. I'm. He's. I don't know. I've more been dealing with Olaf than Sam.
Mm.
Sam likes making me do pull-ups. Um, Sam thinks I need to be big and strong, and so, and also, he actually actively looks at his hands and looks at the scars. It's like, toughen up.
Mm.
And I do believe Sam. I think Sam's more worried that I'm going to get eaten alive.
But
I
you're
don't
going to what?
get eaten alive.
Mm.
That I need to also toughen up, or this realm or this world's going to take me.
Mm. I see. So he's been taking you under his wing.
Both of them have, yeah.
Mm.
They left me. They've offered me their, I do believe, pack home. Sleep in the rafters in a hammock.
Mm. Hmm.
And pork buns. Apparently, a lot of pork buns.
They are very generous, but one might should not forget that everyone wants something.
Yeah.
I guess he probably wants you to join his pack in the future. I still think that you should do the same thing that I told to Ren when she first came. Go see the others, talk with them, talk about their beliefs, who they follow, and what it means to be with them. Sam is a Shadow Lord. He can be useful, but mm, well, as a Shadow Lord, he thinks that things belongs to him. Even if sometimes he is right about these, but you should be careful as not to be treated as a property.
Right. No. I. 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 I understand.
Mm. You should make your own choices. I followed a Shadow Lord once. It was an interesting experience, but it taught me to be more cautious with Shadow Lords. They have utter motives, and well, just as they say about our tribe, you can't really fully trust what they do.
Right.
We all have a role in Gaia's world. Shadow Lords, they they are very manipulative in the way that they like to poke at the status quo. They like to show that they are better, which is what their totem asks of them. But sometimes sometimes they need to be reminded that the world doesn't resolve around them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. 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 That's getting more.
He cocks his head on the side as you know, you make uh, the same thing one more time, and he's actually going to. I'm going to make a perception empathy.
Sure.
So my perception, my empathy. Okay. Yeah, all the success.
Yeah.
How
Um.
is how is Michael feeling exactly?
Okay, especially right after the now that he's been saying words multiple times, and this is he's really looks confused by it. He's not sure completely what's going on with that. This is not like something that has happened all his life. Like it
Mm,
was someone that has like had actual Tourette's or something on those lines, where they
mhm,
do the kick. This
mhm,
is seems new to him,
mm,
and so he's seems to be trying to force it not to happen. But of
mm,
course, usually when you try to hold something like that back, it comes back twofold.
mm. Clory thinks a little bit, and he says, mm, "You do not have to answer to this question, as well. It is a sensible subject for you, but mm, do you think that the Weaver of would have left a lingering presence inside you, a lingering touch?"
I don't believe so. I, I tried to guard myself from it.
Mm.
Um,
Because if you want, just uh, just to be sure
right.
that no impurity or other things would have been left in you, I can restore your balance to Gaia if you wish me to do it.
Okay. Um, do you have Cleanse Worm or Cleanse Weaver at this point?
He smiles. He smiles and say, "Well, not exactly." And he thinks a little bit and say, "Actually, I should make that." No, I know a
This.
certain right of our tribe, a right that bring back those who have lost their balance. It restore their original balance to Gaia, be it for the influence of the wild triad or any other triad member. So this rite, of course, is a little bit long to enact. I will need to mm, I will need some tools, especially a tent, uh, and other things, and probably take me. Mm, he thinks probably 5 to 6 hours,
Right.
but I can do that to a brother, even if it's not true that there is something that would be still inside you one way or another. Maybe it would help your mind to be calmer or more at ease, to know that even if nothing was there, you have been purified of
Right.
what was has passed.
Out of character, does that actually mess with the touched merits?
Uh, no, no. Basically, it's just as there is the taint from the worm.
Right. There's.
Sometimes there can be outside influence from the wild. Oh, you mean touched? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, I Oh wow. I think I think we should. I think we will need to ask, but I don't think if it's something you brought. Also
Right.
crazy. You took touch by the weaver. Oh God, you're crazy.
Wild.
Oh, touched by the wild. Okay, then it depends if it's your quote unquote natural balance because it's a background.
Yeah.
It's it will basically it restores what was add up to you. So if you were always touched by the wild, it shouldn't mess with it at all. But we will actually that's an interesting question. We will ask to VST.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they will take away something you brought. You actually
Right.
brought. Um, mhm. You say when yeah when you have some time, uh, you can come to me at dawn or when the sun sets, and
Right.
we will do it. I've been uh, I've been able to extract something from one of my packmates who wasn't aware that it was present inside him. So with that, we will be sure that the weaver hasn't left something that we would not be aware of, even you.
Right.
Mm.
Um,
So,
apparently not this weekend though. Apparently there's something going down
mm,
for celebration last night.
yes, I heard the celebration. They they are we are going to go to the tree. The tree is he thinks a little bit. Do you remember the story of middle brother?
Yeah.
Well, the spiral of this town have took away a fragment of a storm eater.
Really.
Yes, and we've been fighting it for quite a while, and we trapped him inside a tree. The problem is that the cage that our tribe made is is being taken assault by the spirals who are trying to weaken it. So we're going to try to find a more permanent solution tonight. And we will see how it goes, but if there are problems, I have our elders behind me on some of the ideas.
Right.
But yes, as
You want my assistance with that?
mm, he thinks, well, you're a member. You're a member of my tribe. We have, he thinks, we have swore an oath of secrecy with the elders, but I think that if we need to enact the plan, I will be very happy to have a brother of the tribe with me at that moment. Hmm. He thinks a little bit. Have you met? Have you met Emmett?
Yes.
Hmm.
He wants to take me into the cyber realm, introduce me to that place. Deep web. That's what he said. Deep web.
Hmm. Yes, I think if someone can help you, if you want to, find those who did this to you or to help to put them down in some way, he and uh, he and his tribe are probably one of the best to find information.
Right. I can definitely do it. I want to actually talk to him about getting. I have a bank account still, as long as someone's not reported me dead, and that means I can at least pay for my own things until I start getting a paycheck again. But I want to make sure that it's not being tracked. And I have a feeling he'd be one of those people to check.
Very Coxy said on the side, at the mention of a bank paycheck, and he says, "Are you talking about tree money?"
Yes.
Ah, yes, I see. Yes, tree money has uses. I got books in change of these things.
Yes.
Silly hobbits. They don't know what they lose.
Not all of us realize what we've lost.
Mm, true. I'm actually sad that no there are no more ragabashes in our ranks outside of Grins and Smoke, my other packmates. We've been uh, we've lost one recently.
Sorry to hear that.
Mm. But I think that a little good pure tribe ragabash tradition might ignite some questions or different ideas. But
That's what we kind of do. We make sure you remember to always ask the question why.
mm, I think if you continue to ask why, a lot of people are going to get annoyed. That's going to be fun.
You know, sometimes the biggest question is not the one of how do we do something, but why are we doing it? And a lot of the Garu forget that.
Mm. Out of character, I think your droid agrees with you.
I think so too.
Mm. Mm. I will, uh, if I come again into Homeland in the coming weeks, I will extend an invitation to you if you wish to feel more at home.
I'd appreciate that actually. It's been a long time since I've been there.
Mm. Are there mm, are there any kin that you could contact outside outside of your sept.
That it's more me still sitting here going, "Hey, if they'd found out what happened to the Sept, they would have moved, changed everything.
Mm,
I have no idea where to start."
mm. Well, and he turns his head to the shrine of Uktena. I think that you are welcome here as anyone who seeks answers and secrets. You feel free to come near this shrine or any other shrine that I will build, or in
Right,
my den if you wish to ask questions.
right. Thank you.
Mm.
I'm
Oh,
just looking for a place to stay right now until I can get completely on my paws.
hmm. There are houses around here if you wish. The Bonars are very friendly if you, well,
So I've
if you get.
heard.
Hmm?
So I've heard.
Hmm.
It's odd to hear of Bonars being of a fairly decent respect.
Well, you will find that a lot of rumors about the worm comers and the worm bringers,
Right,
they tend to find very few illustration around here actually. As such, Olaf is not a bloodthirsty killer. Well, I guess Sam fits some of the stereotypes of his tribe, but he's not actively plotting against people to overthrow the Alpha of the Sept, or at least not that I'm aware of. And he kind of smiles and say, and we certainly do not deal with Banes.
what was that?
We certainly do not deal with evil spirits.
Right.
As you know, he looks at you like, yeah, we're totally clean. Like, nope, nothing going on.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Keep walking. Keep
Keep
walking.
walking, people. Just leave Uktena do their job.
Yep.
Hmm, who should you? He thinks a bit. Who should you meet actually outside of booze? Hmm, there are other elders that can be of enlightenment. But there is. Mm, I don't remember outside of character. I don't remember his name uh, because he's an NPC. But there is a Fostern uh, there is a Fostern Ragabash
Bro.
mm, in the Sept. If you he's the one who gave my former beta his challenge.
Okay.
So if you want to have a conversation with an older Ragabash, maybe you should try and find him.
Right.
Otherwise, well, the only one will be Grins and Smoke.
Right. Who's a packmate of yours, right?
Hmm. Yes, he's children of Gaia Metis.
Okay. So we do have some child of Gaia.
Oh yes, Ren is a child of Gaia also,
Right.
and he smiles and say she's also a Metis, and he looks at him and say I collect them.
They can have their uses.
Mm,
I mean, I'm not sitting here going. I'm not going to say they're. Well, obviously they're wrong because it's a
yeah,
prequel.
yeah, you have the Uktena opinion. They are useful and they can do things.
Yes.
Mm, yeah, Ren is I think a very good choice as a beta, and she's a good Philodox.
Right.
Mm. And also that way I have all the harmony flutes of the sept. uh, yes, tense. Oh, yes. He, he looked at you and say, if you meet someone named Callie Krekos, but now she goes a little bit by another another name. She used to be called Vision Bow, but now he thinks a little bit. I think I heard herself calling herself Astrapis Aspida or whatever this means.
As he's,
Uh,
I have no idea.
yeah, I know. She's a black. She's the keeper of the land, and she's a Black Fury rune.
Okay.
And he takes a very serious face, even if you can see a smirk on his mouth, and say, "Watch out! She kicks in the genitals."
Lovely.
Yes, it's her method of training, apparently.
Okay then.
But you can ask, and he looks at you and say, "You can ask Emmett all about it."
I think he said some. No, he was talking about. No, he was still talking about someone else that would rip my ears off.
Hmm?
Apparently, it's a bonar, like a high-ranking bonar.
Mother Larissa.
I think so. It might have been.
Oh, she's the alpha of the sept.
Ah,
She's
that.
she's a
Explain that.
nice and she's a nice old lady. Even if I think she probably has Coyote as a personal totem.
Um, Anything else I can do for you?
For who?
For you.
Oh, and he says, "Well, be yourself and be a free spirit. Um, don't mm, don't do stupid things, and live long and prosper."
One of the Hamans taught you that one, didn't they?
Yeah, I had one of my previous packmate was Bodnar Ragabash.
Ah, okay. That would explain that one.
Mm. Even if Emmett is actually has got me curious about this star crafting thing.
Yeah, apparently video games is a thing around here.
It's because of Emmett.
Is it actually because of Emmett?
He's and he kind of shrugs. He's a glasswalker.
And that's true. He is a glass walker.
uh,
Emmett seems interesting and, well, also sympathetic.
yes, I think Emmett can sympathize with you because of because he's Emmett,
Yeah.
and also because his first change was well, traumatic would be putting it lightly. Let's just say that mm, he was in an office building.
Oh no.
Mm-mm, exactly. So I guess he probably relates to you in some way.
Right.
Keep him close. He is a good friend to have.
Right. Anyone I should avoid?
Mm, he thinks. Well, I wouldn't say avoid. I wouldn't say avoid because very he's been very good to me. Even if last time we talked to each other, I almost jumped on him. There is another Uktena in the city. He doesn't come near the sept too much because he is one of our watchers of spirits.
Ah.
So whenever he comes by, the world tends
Yeah.
to go off.
Yeah.
But Rowan Oak is a very interesting person to have and to speak to.
Right.
It is just that he is, well, he works. I tend to, mm, I work with an open face. Rowan, Rowan hides behind many masks, but he's of very good advices. So no, you should not avoid him. Don't
Right.
avoid him, but just be aware that one of our he's one of our tribe, and so with such comes certain habits.
Right.
But in terms of avoiding, I guess it is more generally there is not a person that I would say avoid him. I would say just understand that some people have either ulterior motives or sensible subject.
Right.
Uh, don't talk to Blitzkrieg Raya about his ex-wife, Bettina. Um, you already did it because you like. Yep.
Met Blitzkrieg. It's just usually you'd use the term ex-wife.
Mm. Oh yeah, no, not ex-wife. But yeah, even he's going to say previous mate.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was going ex-wife, and I went, oh yeah, right, ex-wife. um, yes, there's that. Well, don't talk to Book about. Well, at least actually, I think he's the one that can relate to you the most, considering what happened to his sept.
Oh.
So mm, yes, but he is good. He is wise, even if sometimes the blood of Wendigo run hot and cold at the same time in his veins. No, no, I don't think there is truly someone that you should avoid. And also, I think that you should probably make your own opinion rather than trusting my words.
Well, you are
Uh,
of my tribe, and so I do take you as also a. Oh crap! You're a Fostern.
yes, I'm a Foston, but you know,
Uh, you have more renown than me, and so I do take your word with respect.
oh, he's going to come near you, and pat. He pats you on the head and
He
say,
still suffers from it, but not as bad as he was the first night.
mm-hmm, and say, it's okay, it's okay. I cannot guarantee you that everything will be fine, full of flowers, doves, and unicorn and rainbows around here, but because this is just as any sept. But I think that you will you will make a good place here.
Right.
And with that, he he bows to you and say, "Well, I need uh, I need to start to think on my next fetish." And he kind of cackle as he's
Right.
starting to walk off, and you can probably hear moon 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 na, 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 moon oh. And I guess with probably a slightly confused Michael at this wisdomy yet kind of crazy feared lupus, I guess we can call it a scene.
Yeah.
Thank you, player, for playing, watchers for watching, and the Pure Tribe will see you next time.